you're running from problems we just have to face. Oh, yeah.
In the annals of music history, few stories are as compelling and shrouded in mystery as the demise of Paul Williams, the illustrious baritone and one of the founding members of the legendary Motown group, The Temptations. On a seemingly ordinary day in August 1973, the music world was rocked by the news of Williams' untimely death, a narrative that would unfold layers of controversy and speculation for decades to come. Williams was discovered lifeless in his car, a scene that painted a grim and perplexing picture. The official verdict declared his death a.s., a conclusion drawn from the gunshot wound to his head and the firearm found in his hand. Yet, this verdict did little to quell the swirling rumors and unanswered questions that arose in its wake. The circumstances surrounding his death were anything but straightforward, casting a long shadow of doubt over the simplicity of the S narrative. Was Williams in the midst of a personal crisis? Or was there a more sinister explanation for his tragic end? As the music community and fans grappled with the loss of such a talented artist, the questions surrounding his death only deepened the enigma. Williams was not just a member of the Temptations. He was a vital force behind their choreography and stage presence, contributing significantly to their iconic status. His passing left a void not only in the hearts of those who knew him but also in the fabric of Motown history. As we delve into the life and legacy of Paul Williams, we explore not just the music and the glory, but also the shadows and mysteries that defined his journey. The death of Paul Williams, a founding member of the Temptations, remains one of the most perplexing and debated topics in the annals of music history. Officially ruled A.S., the circumstances surrounding his demise on that fateful day in August 1973 have fueled endless speculation and controversy, challenging the simplicity of the initial verdict and leaving many to wonder about the true story. Williams was found in his car, slumped over in the front seat, with a fatal gunshot wound to his head. The scene was as tragic as it was mystifying. A gun was discovered in his hand, suggesting at first glance a clear case of S. However, the details of the scene did not align neatly with this conclusion, sparking debates and theories that have persisted for decades. One of the most glaring inconsistencies was the position of the gunshot wound and the hand in which the gun was found. Williams was known to be left-handed, yet the gun was in his right hand, an anomaly that raised immediate red flags. This discrepancy led to questions about the feasibility of the shot being self-inflicted, suggesting instead the possibility of foul play or an accidental shooting. Adding to the mystery was the presence of a shattered bottle by Williams' side, hinting at a sudden, perhaps violent, event that led to the bottle breaking. This detail, seemingly minor, contributed to the growing skepticism about the S narrative, suggesting there might have been a struggle or an unexpected incident. The discovery that the gun had been fired twice, yet only one bullet was found lodged in Williams, deepened the enigma. This unaccounted-for bullet opened the door to numerous theories, from a missed first attempt to the involvement of another party. The lack of clear evidence or witnesses left this critical detail hanging, a puzzle piece that never quite fit into the larger picture. Compounding the mystery was Williams's state of dress and location at the time of his death. Found in just swimming trunks, in his car, away from any water body, painted a bizarre and confusing picture. This unusual detail led to rampant speculation about his mental state and actions in the hours leading up to his death. It challenged the notion of a premeditated S, suggesting instead a spur-of-the-moment act or, perhaps, a scenario in which Williams found himself in danger. The official verdict did little to quell the swirling rumors and alternative theories that emerged. Williams's personal struggles, including his battle with alcoholism and sickle cell anemia, were often cited as factors that might have led to a tragic decision. Yet, those who knew him, including bandmates and family, struggled to reconcile this narrative with the man they knew, who, despite his challenges, had shown resilience and a desire to overcome his struggles. The controversy surrounding Paul Williams' death is not just a tale of a music legend's tragic end, but a complex web of unanswered questions and speculative theories. It reflects the broader challenges of understanding a public figure's private struggles and the mysteries that can linger long after they're gone. Paul Williams' ascent to stardom with the Temptations is a narrative marked by extraordinary talent and complex personal challenges. As one of the founding members of this iconic Motown group, Williams was instrumental in crafting the sound and style that would define a generation of music. However, his journey was not without its controversies and struggles, which added layers of depth to his character and left an indelible mark on his legacy. Born in the vibrant heart of Birmingham, Alabama, Williams was drawn to music from a young age. His early life was steeped in the rich musical traditions of the South, which would later influence his unique style and contributions to the Temptations. Williams' baritone voice, combined with his innate sense of rhythm and movement, made him a standout performer, but it was his personal charisma and complex personality that truly set him apart. Williams' role in the Temptations extended beyond his musical contributions. He was the group's original choreographer, responsible for their signature moves and stage presence. This dual talent for music and movement made Williams a central figure in the group, but it also placed him under immense pressure. The demands of constant touring and recording took a toll on him, both physically and emotionally, leading to the first signs of the personal struggles that would later become a significant aspect of his story. The controversies surrounding Williams began to surface as the Temptations rose to fame. His battle with alcoholism, exacerbated by the stresses of life on the road, became a source of tension within the group. Williams' drinking was not just a personal vice, it was a coping mechanism for the pain and fatigue brought on by sickle cell anemia, a condition that he managed privately for much of his life. This struggle with health and addiction painted a complex picture of a man grappling with the weight of his talents and responsibilities. Williams' personal life was equally tumultuous. His affair with a prominent figure in the music industry added a layer of scandal to his public persona, complicating his relationships within the group and with his family. This affair, coupled with his health and addiction issues, created a narrative of a man caught between his public image as a music legend and his private battles with demons that few understood. The controversy surrounding Williams was not limited to his personal struggles. Within the Temptations, tensions arose over the distribution of lead vocals, a situation that Williams found particularly challenging. Despite being one of the group's original lead singers, he often felt sidelined as the focus shifted to other members. This internal conflict within the group added to the sense of turmoil that seemed to follow Williams, casting a shadow over his contributions to their success. Paul Williams's tenure with the Temptations was a period of unparalleled musical achievements intertwined with personal challenges that cast a long shadow over his success. As the group soared to the heights of fame with hits like My Girl and Ain't Too Proud to Beg, Williams found himself navigating a complex web of internal and external pressures that would define his legacy as much as his undeniable talent. The early days of the Temptations were marked by a collaborative spirit and shared leadership, with Williams playing a crucial role in shaping the group's sound and image. His deep, emotive baritone and innovative choreography were instrumental in their rise to stardom. However, as the group's success grew, so did the focus on individual members, particularly David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks, whose voices became synonymous with the Temptations' biggest hits. This shift led to an undercurrent of tension, as Williams, once a central figure, found his contributions overshadowed by his bandmates' growing prominence. This internal dynamic within the Temptations was a source of frustration for Williams, who felt his role in the group diminishing. Despite his significant contributions, he often found himself relegated to background vocals and supporting roles. a situation that fueled feelings of underappreciation and neglect. This sense of marginalization was not just a professional slight, but a personal affront to Williams, who had poured his heart and soul into the group's success. Williams' personal life was equally fraught with controversy and struggle. His battle with alcoholism, a coping mechanism for the physical and emotional toll of his career, became more pronounced as the pressures of fame intensified. The public persona of Paul Williams, the suave and charismatic temptation, belied the private reality of a man grappling with addiction and the debilitating effects of sickle cell anemia. These health challenges not only affected his performance, but also his relationships with bandmates, family, and friends, adding layers of complexity to his life. The controversy surrounding Williams was further compounded by his tumultuous personal relationships. His affair with a prominent figure in the music industry and the resulting scandal added to the sense of a life spiraling out of control. This affair, coupled with his health issues, painted a picture of a man caught in a web of personal and professional conflicts, struggling to find a balance between his public image and private realities. As the Temptations continued to achieve new heights of fame, Williams' personal struggles became more public, casting a shadow over the group's success. The tension between his contributions to the Temptations and his personal challenges created a dichotomy that defined his later years with the group. His role as a founding member and key contributor was often overshadowed by the controversies and struggles that plagued his personal life. Paul Williams's journey with the Temptations was a testament to his immense talent and the personal demons that haunted him. As the group's fame skyrocketed, Williams faced a series of challenges that would not only test his resilience, but also cast a long shadow over his contributions to music. His battle with alcoholism, coupled with the debilitating effects of sickle cell anemia, painted a complex picture of a man struggling to maintain his place in the spotlight while fighting his own body and mind. Williams' descent into alcoholism was not an isolated struggle, but a symptom of the larger pressures that came with fame and success. The relentless touring schedule, the expectations to continuously produce hits, and the internal dynamics of the Temptations all contributed to an environment where Williams sought solace in drinking. This coping mechanism, however, soon spiraled into a dependency that would have far-reaching consequences on his health and career. His once celebrated voice began to falter, and his ability to perform the intricate dance routines he had choreographed was compromised, raising concerns among his bandmates and fans. The controversy surrounding Williams's alcoholism was further complicated by his battle with sickle cell anemia, a condition that was not widely understood at the time. The pain and fatigue associated with the disease were debilitating, and Williams often found himself unable to meet the physical demands of his performances. This struggle was largely fought in private, with only those closest to him aware of the severity of his condition. The public, meanwhile, saw only the decline in his performances, unaware of the underlying health issues that contributed to his struggles. Williams' personal life was equally tumultuous, marked by relationships that added to his stress and emotional turmoil. His affair with a prominent figure in the music industry, while not uncommon in the world of celebrity, brought additional scrutiny and pressure. The balancing act between his public persona and private life became increasingly difficult to maintain, leading to moments of vulnerability that were at odds with his image as a member of one of the most successful groups in Motown history. The controversy surrounding Williams reached a peak when his health issues began to visibly impact his role in the Temptations. His once dominant presence on stage was diminished, and there were whispers of his potential departure from the group. The speculation and rumors that surrounded his declining health and erratic behavior added to the sense of a star in crisis, overshadowed by the very fame that had once elevated him. As Williams's struggles became more public, the narrative around him shifted from one of accolade to one of cautionary tale. The man who had once been at the forefront of the Temptations' rise was now seen as a cautionary example of the toll that fame can take on an individual. His battle with addiction and illness, played out in the harsh spotlight of celebrity, served as a stark reminder of the human cost of success. As the Temptations continued to enchant the world with their harmonious melodies and synchronized moves, Paul Williams faced a personal decline that starkly contrasted the group's ascending trajectory. His journey from the pinnacle of success to the depths of despair was marked by a series of controversies and challenges that not only affected him, but also the unity of the legendary Motown ensemble. Williams' battle with alcoholism became more pronounced as the pressures of fame intensified. The once celebrated baritone, known for his impeccable choreography and soulful voice, found himself grappling with a dependency that eroded his professional capabilities and personal relationships. The group's rigorous schedule and the expectations to remain at the top exacerbated Williams' struggles, leading to performances that were sometimes lackluster, a stark departure from the high standards the Temptations were known for. The internal dynamics of the group began to shift as Williams' condition worsened. Tensions arose, not just from the distribution of lead vocals, which had been a point of contention, but now also from the growing concern over Williams' reliability as a performer. The solidarity that had been the group's hallmark started to show cracks, as members were forced to confront the reality of Williams' declining health and its impact on their collective future. Williams' personal life added another layer of complexity to the situation. His affair and the subsequent emotional turmoil further strained his mental health, complicating his efforts to manage his addiction and health issues. The duality of Williams's public persona as a temptation and his private struggles became increasingly difficult to reconcile, leading to moments of isolation and despair that were at odds with the group's image. The controversy surrounding Williams reached a critical point when discussions about his future with the Temptations began to surface. The possibility of his departure from the group he had helped to found was unthinkable to many fans, yet seemed increasingly inevitable to those within the Motown circle. The speculation about his replacement and the potential impact on the group's chemistry added to the sense of a looming end to an era. Williams' final performances with the Temptations were marred by the visible signs of his battles. The once dynamic performer was often seen struggling to keep up, a poignant symbol of his fight against the demons that had overtaken his life. The contrast between the group's continued success and Williams' personal decline was a source of controversy and sadness among fans and fellow musicians alike. The downward spiral of Paul Williams was not just a tale of personal tragedy, but also a reflection of the challenges faced by the Temptations during a period of immense change and pressure. His story is a somber chapter in the history of the group, highlighting the fragile balance between fame and well-being, and the profound impact of one member's struggles on the harmony of one of Motown's most celebrated ensembles. As Williams's journey with the Temptations came to an end, the legacy of his contributions remained, a bittersweet reminder of the complexities behind the curtain of success. The final days of Paul Williams with the Temptations were shrouded in controversy and speculation, marking a tumultuous end to his tenure with the legendary Motown group. As Williams grappled with personal demons that threatened his career and well-being, the circumstances surrounding his departure from the group became a focal point of intrigue and debate among fans and industry insiders alike. Williams's struggle with alcoholism and the debilitating effects of sickle cell anemia had become increasingly apparent, casting a shadow over his once stellar performances. The vibrant baritone, known for his electrifying stage presence and choreographic genius, was visibly faltering, unable to maintain the rigorous demands of life on tour. This decline was not just a personal tragedy for Williams, but also a professional dilemma for the Temptations, who were at the height of their fame and faced the daunting task of maintaining their reputation as one of Motown's premier acts. The internal dynamics of the group, once characterized by brotherhood and mutual support, began to strain under the weight of Williams' health issues. discussions about his future with the group, once unthinkable, became increasingly frequent, leading to a rift within the Temptations. The prospect of replacing Williams, a founding member whose contributions had been instrumental to the group's success, was fraught with emotional and ethical considerations, adding to the controversy surrounding his eventual departure. The official narrative of Williams' departure cited health reasons, a decision purportedly made in the best interest of both Williams and the group. However, this explanation did little to quell the rumors and speculation that swirled around the circumstances of his exit. Questions arose about the role of Motown's management in the decision-making process and whether Williams had been given a fair chance to address his issues before being sidelined. Adding to the controversy were reports of Williams's attempts to launch a solo career, suggesting that his departure from the Temptations was not entirely involuntary. These efforts, however, were met with limited success, further complicating the narrative of his final days with the group. The lack of clear communication from Motown and the Temptations management about the situation only fueled speculation and rumors, leaving fans to wonder about the true reasons behind Williams' departure. The final performances of Paul Williams with the Temptations were poignant reminders of the complex interplay between fame, health, and personal well-being. As he took the stage, the once dominant force within the group appeared diminished, a shadow of his former self, yet still possessing moments of brilliance that reminded audiences of his undeniable talent. These performances were a bittersweet farewell to a beloved member whose contributions had helped to define the sound and image of the Temptations. The controversy surrounding Paul Williams' final days with the Temptations remains a significant chapter in the group's history, reflecting the challenges and pressures faced by artists in the unforgiving spotlight of fame. Williams's departure from the group he helped to found was not just the end of an era, but also a moment of reflection on the toll that the music industry can take on its most talented stars. As Williams stepped away from the Temptations, the legacy of his contributions endured, a testament to the indelible mark he left on Motown and the world of music. The legacy of Paul Williams, intertwined with the illustrious history of the Temptations, is a narrative rich in musical triumphs and personal tragedies. As the curtains closed on his tumultuous journey with the group, the controversies surrounding his life and the circumstances of his death continued to evoke discussions and debates, underscoring the complexity of his impact on music and culture. Williams's contributions to the Temptations were profound, shaping not only their sound but also their visual appeal through his innovative choreography. His deep, soulful baritone voice lent an unmistakable richness to the group's harmonies, while his dance moves became a hallmark of their performances. However, the latter years of his life, marred by personal struggles, cast a shadow over these achievements, leading to a legacy that was as contentious as it was celebrated. The controversy surrounding Williams' departure from the Temptations and his subsequent tragic death added layers of complexity to his legacy. The official narrative of his exit due to health reasons and the subsequent ruling of his death as a S were met with skepticism by those who knew him best. Friends, family, and bandmates questioned the circumstances, suggesting that the pressures of fame and the challenges of navigating the music industry may have contributed to his untimely demise. In the years following his death, Williams's contributions to the Temptations and the broader Motown legacy were often overshadowed by the sensational aspects of his personal life and the mysteries surrounding his final days. This focus on the controversial elements of his story detracted from a full appreciation of his artistic contributions, leading to a legacy that was as complex as the man himself. Despite these controversies, Williams's influence on music and performance remained undeniable. His pioneering choreography set a standard for performance art in the music industry, influencing generations of artists who followed. His vocal talent, particularly evident in early Temptations hits, continued to be celebrated by music aficionados and historians, highlighting his role in shaping the group's sound. The remembrance of Paul Williams is a reflection of the multifaceted nature of his life and career. While the controversies and tragedies that marked his final years cannot be ignored, they are but one part of a larger narrative that includes significant artistic achievements and a lasting impact on the world of music. His story is a poignant reminder of the human element behind the glitz and glamour of the music industry, highlighting the personal costs that often accompany public success. As time has passed, efforts to reassess and celebrate Williams' legacy have gained momentum, with fans and scholars alike advocating for a more balanced view of his contributions. Documentaries, biographies, and musical tributes have sought to shed light on his artistic genius, moving beyond the controversies to honor the depth of his talent and the indelible mark he left on Motown and the music world at large. Paul Williams' legacy, therefore, is a complex tapestry woven from threads of musical brilliance, personal struggle, and controversy. It is a legacy that invites reflection on the challenges faced by artists in the public eye and the enduring impact of their contributions to culture and society. In remembering Paul Williams, we are reminded of the power of music to transcend personal tragedies, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire and move audiences around the world. As the narrative of Paul Williams' life and career with the Temptations unfolds, it becomes evident that his story is a poignant amalgamation of groundbreaking musical achievements and deeply personal struggles. The controversies that surrounded his life, particularly towards its tragic end, continue to evoke a complex mixture of admiration, speculation, and sorrow. Williams's journey, marked by his indelible contributions to one of Motown's most celebrated groups and the mysterious circumstances of his departure and subsequent death, leaves a legacy that is as multifaceted as it is influential. The enigmatic details of Williams' final days and the official verdict of his death have been subjects of intense scrutiny and debate. The incongruities surrounding the scene of his passing, the position of the gunshot wound, the orientation of the firearm, and the shattered bottle have fueled theories and discussions that challenge the simplicity of the narrative. These controversies not only cast a shadow over his death, but also invite a deeper exploration of the pressures and challenges he faced in his personal and professional life. Williams' struggles with alcoholism and sickle cell anemia, set against the backdrop of the demanding and often unforgiving music industry, paint a picture of a man battling against insurmountable odds. The stark contrast between his public persona as a vibrant and talented performer and his private battles with health and addiction underscores the complexities of fame and its impact on personal well-being. These aspects of his life, intertwined with the controversies of his death, contribute to a legacy that is both celebrated for its artistic brilliance and marked by the tragic narrative of his final years. In the years following Williams's death, the music community and fans have grappled with the dual nature of his legacy. While his contributions to the Temptations and the broader landscape of Motown music remain undeniable, the unresolved questions and controversies surrounding his life and death continue to provoke discussion and reflection. The enduring mystery of his passing serves as a somber reminder of the human cost of fame and the often hidden struggles of those in the spotlight. As we reflect on the legacy of Paul Williams, it is crucial to navigate the controversies with sensitivity and an appreciation for the complexity of his story. His artistic achievements, marked by soul-stirring vocals and innovative choreography, stand as a testament to his talent and vision. Simultaneously, the unresolved aspects of his personal struggles and the circumstances of his death invite a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by artists in the public eye. In remembering Paul Williams, we honor not only the musical genius that left an indelible mark on the world, but also the man behind the music, whose life story is a poignant narrative of triumph, struggle, and the enduring questions that remain. His legacy, woven through the tapestry of Motown's history, continues to resonate, offering both inspiration and a cautionary tale about the complexities of fame and the human spirit's resilience. That's it for this video. See you next time.